NBC Sports Boston reported that Rob Gronkowski seriously considered retiring from football before the 2017 season. His health was the main issue, with Gronk coming back from a back injury. Reportedly, Gronk and the Patriots had differing opinions on the best training method. And after the Super Bowl loss to the Eagles, Gronk also would not commit to playing next season. We're joined by FS1 NFL analyst and soon-to-be Hall of Famer, Ray Lewis. Congratulations, Ray.
Thank you.
Good to have you back.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Not that any of us are shocked by it.
Right.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Let me start with you,
Yes.
Shannon. What does this Gronk retirement story tell you?
Well, Skip, what it tells me that there's a lot more going on in New England than we previously thought.
Yep.
Now, we heard the Guerrero story coming out, how Coach Belichick had removed him. He was not going to be allowed to fly on the plane. His access to the complex was going to be denied. So that was one part. And then we had this Mr. Kraft, Belichick, Tom Brady. And then this Gronk thing came out of nowhere because after they lost, and Gronk was kind of like non-committal. You see, Skip, Gronk has been banged up a lot in his NFL career. And he plays this type of football, and he's so big, he's going to get banged up because the only way you can tackle him is to tackle him low. So people are going to hit him in his ankles and his knees. They're going to hit him below the waist. And he's physical. He doesn't want to go down. Gronk is one of these old school players. He doesn't know when the journey's over. So he's going to fight and scrap and try to get the extra yard. But then the defense is going to get extra shots at him. You see, and plus he's injured, and he's like, okay, I've been training the way you want me to train, and I'm constantly getting injured.
Correct.
I look at Tom Brady. Here's this guy playing at a max level, and he never gets injured. So I want to try this. No. We want to try that. Also, it's a lot easier to retire, Skip, when you feel underappreciated. Rob Gronkowski should be paid like Antonio Brown, like Julio Jones. What the Patriots normally do, Skip, they identify the guy that says, okay, this is a guy, we like this guy. They'll sign him to a contract real early. And you look at Gronk got $10 million for a tight end. A year or two into that deal, you're like, Gronk, what were you thinking inside of that deal? But see, Gronk took the money in hand, Skip, because he knows his injury history. By that time, he'd already had a back surgery. He had already had a broken forearm. So I got to get this money. He can't play it like, I'm going to play this thing out. Because what happens if he has that ACL injury in a contract year? Now, all of a sudden, he's not going to even get close. But, Skip, this body of work, this upheaval that's going on, there's a lot more to it than, I know they released that statement that we are as united as we've ever been. But they're not united. There's a lot of truth to this Guerrero, this Tom Brady, and this Rob Gronkowski. Now, looking at it, it sounds like the coaches normally have the final say of where you train and how you train. Looks like Tom Brady ain't the only one that have a little problem with Coach Belichick right now. It might be Gronk.
I agree.
So two of his best players got a problem with Coach Belichick. That ain't looking good.
You know, I tell you this, and I think I learned this young coming into the National Football League. One of the things that you learn very quickly is you cannot burn the candle at both ends, right? And so you go back a few years ago, and they highlight Rob Gronkowski and what all of his partying, the drinking, and all these things. You have to start to understand how long can you live that type of life, right? And then when you start to get those injuries does not. They don't heal as fast as you want them to heal.
Especially as you get older.
As you get older. And then this guy is huge. He's a huge guy. So now you're talking about him not taking care of his body fully. I think, personally, Rob Gronkowski has an issue with how he feels every day. Now, he's not sharing that with a lot of people. But that man, Rob is going through a lot of pains getting in and out of bed every day. So when he comes to practice, just to get through a practice, he's going through it just to get through a practice. Now, you go back to talk about the whole thing around New England and what's really going on in New England. I said this a while ago. Sooner or later, it's going to start to fold, right? And when it starts to fold, it only can start from the top. It only can go from Brady. It only can go from Belichick. It only can go from Kraft. As you see, everybody else they can get rid of. They always get rid of. But when you think about a piece like Rob Gronkowski, one of Tom Brady's favorite weapons, when he is there, when he starts to now complain or now go through the things that he starts to go through, then it starts to change the scope of everything. And so Rob sits back and says, wait a minute, do I really want to do this? Because I'm thinking probably Hollywood is next for him, coming out, getting in some movies and things like that. He's made a bunch of money, saved a bunch of money. But I think Rob's body, I think his body is hurting way worse than a lot of people are expecting it is.
So, bottom line to me, after reading all these stories, the NFC has had a hard time beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but the Patriots can beat the Patriots, to your point, because Rome is starting to fall from inside out. That is correct. And the biggest issue to me about the bigger issue is his broken down body. After all these surgeries, he had every kind. He's had arm, knee, back.
Yeah.
What's left? He hadn't had an Achilles yet, but man, I agree with you. I bet he has a hard time getting out of bed in the morning. So he found what he thought was the magic elixir, thanks to his quarterback, who said, hey, come and talk to my guy. TB12 method. We do it differently over here. So Gronk started to clash with the New England training staff in training camp last year because they're saying, no, we do it this way. And it smacks of Kawhi Leonard versus the Spurs, the Patriots of the NBA. And Kawhi saying, I know you've been doing it this way for a long time. You won 5 championships doing it that way, but I don't like your way. I'm going to go find my own guys up in New York City. And all of a sudden, they're clashing.
Yes.
And now these guys are clashing because Gronk prefers Alex Guerrero's method. And I thought it was interesting, the beat reporter for the Providence paper, Mark Daniels, Providence Journal, tweeted yesterday that he wrote a long piece with Gronkowski about the Tom Brady method, about Alex Guerrero's training methods, and that the Patriots tried to talk him out of writing the piece, which became a 1,400-word feature that he went ahead to his credit and wrote. And when he tweeted, he said that I still got a 1,400-word feature out of it, but it was annoying how the Patriots tried to stop the story. So obviously, from within, the PR staff is trying to squelch everything that is Alex Guerrero, Tom Brady, TB12 method.
Skip, but these training staffs, okay, there's a protocol of how they treat injuries. We do it like this. We do it like this. We do it like this.
Yep.
Okay, these new age guys come around, which Guerrero clearly falls under that umbrella. They're doing it different.
Way different.
Okay, and the guys are like, they're having success doing it like this, and it's like, okay, well, this is the way I want to do it. Ray, you remember like when you and I was training, okay, the way the Ravens train and the way you and I train was differently.
Night and day.
Now, if the Ravens says, okay, Ray, we want you here, Ray's going to have to make a decision. I know the way you was training me my first 3 or 4 years, but I know how I feel and how I'm playing now training like this. Gronk was going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to acquiesce some. It's just like Mike. Mike, me doing it your way is not going to work for me. Mike said, do your thing. They're going to basically have to tell Gronk, however you want to get treated, as long as you come back in shape, ready to play, let it be. You can't, see, the Patriots want to have their thumb on everything. They want to tell you what to say, when to say it, how to say it. Gronk is saying, hold on, wait a minute. I've been doing it your way. Do you see these injuries? They keep happening.
I know, but and to your point, I think they keep happening because of he's burning the candle on the other end.
That could be.
Opposite
That's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, opposite
I'm
of Tom
with
Brady.
you.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you come out to Brady and you say, well, Brady's doing this, and you're doing this, so it don't add up. Even if you want to disappear, right? Can we trust you to disappear and purely train? Right? That's one thing about when we left the Ravens. When we left the Ravens, the reason why Isaac and them never complained about me being in camp, because when I came back, I was in way better shape than I left. Right. And that's why I think the difference is there's a risk with Rob.
With Gronk, though, his mentality is, as long as I'm getting my workout in, why do you care what I do at night? See, Skip,
that don't work, right.
When you young, you can do those things.
You do anything
man, as you get older,
Yeah.
you need more and more rest. You need more and more recovery.
Yeah.
And he think football is hard. You try jumping off turnbuckles and falling on tables in the WWE.
I agree.
That's rougher on your body than the NFL is.
Yeah.
Because you're doing that a couple of times a week.
So here's what I've learned about rehabbing injuries. what the mind can conceive, the body will achieve.
Yes.
Meaning, if you believe with all your heart and soul that what you're doing to fix it is
Absolutely.
working,
Yes.
it will work.
Absolutely.
Because your mind is a powerful force
Yeah,
in your
absolutely.
body, and it will heal you.
Yes.
But you have to trust and completely give into and believe in
Yes.
what the method is that you're trying to use to heal.
Yes.
Well, if he believes that Alex Guerrero is the way and the answer, you got to let him do it.
Let him go.
And obviously they're clashing over this. And I'm not saying it's mutiny, but this is starting to sound mutinous because you have two of them.
Yes.
You have the
Top two.
quarterback and the best
Right.
receiver. Wow.
Right.
But that's the thing, though, Skip, the Patriot way. If you watch them when they come to the podium, they basically give you the same verbatim scripted answer.
Every time.
Nobody says anything. They're going to always side with the team. We're just trying to win a game. We didn't play well, blah, 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 blah. And that's the way they've been instructed. But now you see guys wanting to buck. Tom Brady, okay, I'm going to come show up, but I'm going to do my own thing
Right.
with Guerrero. Gronk, I'm going to show up, but I want to do my own thing. Rome fell from within.
Whew.
Skip, there's a lot of when you win like they win, Shug, you know the expectations and the
Yeah.
pressure
Yeah.
that they're under. And that's why a lot of people can't play. Everybody, I want to win. But when you go there, it's like playing with LeBron James, Skip. The expectations.
No, they win a certain way.
Yeah, they win their way.
Their
and
way,
the
yeah.
expectations of they're not trying to win no 10 games. They're trying to get to and win the Super Bowl every year.
Every
and
year.
that's what when you hit that locker room or One Patriot Way or whatever it's called, that is your expectations. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Did Des Bryant actually catch it? We'll discuss
No.